everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond Headlines Current Affairs by Lakshmi. So today we are going to deal with the part 3 and the final part of Introduction to Political Science. So I hope you all enjoyed part 1 and part 2. If you have any doubts, you can mention it in the comments. And part 3 we'll be discussing about significance of political science. And relationship of political science with history, economics, and sociology. So first we'll discuss about significance of political science. Significance of political science is also known as the importance of political science. So what political science teaches us? Why we should study political science? Last topic we covered about the subject matter that is covered by political science. Today we'll discuss about why we should study political science and what is the importance of political science in our lives. So first and foremost thing, political science helps us to understand various concepts and theories. Understand concepts and theories. So theories like socialism, liberalism, and liberty, equality, and fraternity. So we can gain some knowledge about these theories and these concepts by studying political science. And by learning these things, it will help us in our day-to-day lives and help us to become a better citizen, more importantly. So unless and until a person has some basic knowledge of political science, it's really difficult for the person to manage things in the society. So it teaches about the various concepts and theories. It gives us the knowledge of various political thinkers. So political science did not come up in a fortnight. So it is the result of the culmination of knowledge that various political thinkers have given to us from centuries ago. Like when we start back from Socrates to the modern day political thinkers, all these political thinkers have accumulated the knowledge, and that knowledge gives us more insight into how this subject is learned. So political science helps us in understanding the concepts and the political thinkers themselves and the kind of society they lived in. So all this information is given. That's why we should read political science. Okay, that's why political science is important. And the next one, it enlightens us about our rights and duties. Yeah, so it is very important as citizens to know our rights so that we can enjoy our rights and know our duties so that we can perform the obligations that are required from us. So rights and duties, as I said earlier, they are not two different entities, but they complement each other. Without one, the other one is always incomplete. So rights and duties are very useful or very important for a citizen to lead a fulfilled life and a better life in the society. Okay, so every time when the rights are encroached or even attempted to be encroached, we can see some political uprisings, revolutions, and stuff like that happen in the society. And history is the evidence for that. Okay, and next one is we can learn about international organizations. So many world organizations like UN, WHO, and other BRICS, and NATO. All these are the international organizations. And each organization is formed for a specific purpose. And by studying political science, we can get the knowledge about the various organizations which work internationally and how states become the member of organizations and what is the goal of these organizations. So that kind of knowledge we can get from studying political science. And next one is and it discusses about the various forms of government. So, as already discussed, studying political science helps us to identify the kind of government we have and what kind of different kinds of governments that exist across the world and which is the better one. And also the various organs of government like legislature, executive and judiciary, and what are their roles and what is their interdependence and where the division ends, all those things we'll come to know by studying political science. That's the reason we should study political science. So this explains, all these things explain the importance of political science or the significance of political science. So now we'll move on to the relationship. So, as we already discussed, political science is that part of social science which treats the foundations of the state and principles of government. Yeah. Now, in the comment section, please mention the political thinker or the author who gave this quotation or who gave this definition. Right? Next. So, we all know political sciences are interdependent, or sorry, social sciences are interdependent in that each social science depends on other for its subject matter. Okay, so political science also depends on various other social sciences like history, economics, and sociology for its subject matter. History, as we all know, is the vast treasure house of knowledge, and it's often called the laboratory of social sciences, where each social science draws the kind of knowledge that it requires for its specialized study. So, for example, when we take political science is concerned with the political aspect that happened in history, the kind of administration, the kind of rulers they had, the kind of administration they had, their merits, demerits, and stuff like that. And when we take economics, economics is always the science of wealth. So it is always concerned with what kind of economic system that existed there, what kind of currency existed there, what are the trade things, and all those things. And sociology is concerned with the kind of society that existed in history and how there is a change in the society from then to now. So these are all the various subjects that draw their subject matter from history. And that's why rightly said history is called the laboratory of social sciences. So that is one kind of relationship political science has with history. Now, political science and history are same. Can we agree on that? No. Because history is a mixture of all kinds of things, whereas political science is very precisely concerned only with the political aspect, wherein it looks at how the administration was there, how the government was happening, and things like that. Whereas history gives everything. So, CD has rightly said that history without political science has no fruit. And political science without history has no root. So, rightly so. That means studying history without studying the aspect of political science is not going to yield anything. There is no fruit in that studying such things. And political science without history has no root, means the subject doesn't exist at all. So that means political science is heavily dependent on history. And we get to analyze the current political scenarios or the current political systems and evolution of various political theories by studying history. And history explains how the evolution happened in political science, the subject, how the subject itself evolved. Because earlier, as I told you, everything was like one big mixture. And as the society evolved and various things, the spheres got separated, then the specialties also got separated. That's how. But still, they had a common thing that is running between them. So that common thing is history. And we, as political science students, pick up things that are relevant to us from history. So even though history and political science look different because they are concerned with various different things, their perception is different, the angle of viewing the subject is different, but at core they have some kind of synergy, some kind of relationship wherein one without the other doesn't make sense. So that's about history and political science. Next, political science and economics. So we all know economics is the study of wealth. So it's study of production, distribution, exchange, and welfare. So it's more concerned about the economic activity, the trade activity of the individual's life. But how is economics related to political science? Because for both of them, welfare is the common thing. So economics also aims at the welfare of the individuals in the society, and political science also takes care of its citizens, looks after its citizens in the society. And all policies that determine the economic aspect of the state are prepared by political science, because we all know political science is a policy science. So any sphere of activity, the policies are prepared by the political science. So for economics, political science is necessary, because unless without political science, there will not be any policies or any trade happening, because there are no rules and regulations. But are they two very much similar? No, because economics is like, as I said, economic aspect, that's the money aspect and the trade and commerce aspect. And in it, when the basic needs of the person are not fulfilled, he will not be able to focus on the state activities or what kind of rights he has or what kind of duties he should perform. All those things don't happen, because a hungry stomach will not listen the importance of right to vote or the participation in the election or how great our country is politically, because that person is suffering from hunger. So only when the basic needs are met, the political aspect comes into picture. That is how different they are. So it is very important that basic needs of human being are met for him to actively participate in the political affairs of the state, because a economically weak person cannot make a good citizen, and economic inequalities are causes of revolutions, as Aristotle rightly said. So if you look at any revolution that happened in the world, the basic root cause is economic activity or economic inequalities or the economic troubles that were faced by the people, where it got to a point that there was no option but to revolt. So economics plays a very important role in shaping the political aspect of the state, of the society. Okay, so that is why they are interconnected that way. They are different but are interconnected. So, and their common goal is welfare of the people. And all the policies that the state makes for economic activity is from political science. And similarly, sometimes the state also takes up the economic activity, like building factories and other stuff for people, where that itself is an economic activity. So they are interrelated, but they are dependent. And they are independent also, because their viewpoint is. So with regards to sociology, sociology is a subject which studies about the evolution of society. So how the society has been and how the society is now. So it studies about the various cultural, social and economic aspects of the society and how people evolve and how the society evolved as a whole. And society, when we study sociology, we studied about both organized and unorganized structures. Where in political science, we only study about the organized aspect of the individuals. And yeah, sociology is the mother of all social sciences. And it gives us the perspective where we can identify what brought the change in the society and how that change affected the political aspect. So that's how they are connected. But society evolution is again is directly connected to the evolution of man and his various political systems and his various political philosophies. And sociology very particularly is concentrated only on society, whereas political science is concerned with both society and state as political aspect. So political science, political aspect, sociology, society. So they seem different individually, but they are connected with the commonness of having to deal with the society. Because we all know out of society only state came into existence. So that's the thing about the relationship between sociology and political science. And with that, we have completed part 3 and the final part of Introduction to Political Science. Hope you all liked it. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please visit my channel for more content. Thank you.